sizing you up, you know?
No, this is a stupid thing. This is so. If you want to reach my side, I must to put my hand on his shoulder. If you want to have his wrench, you just need to put his hand on the wall, and he's gonna have his wrench. Why you don't? Why you need to push his hand on my shoulder? Nothing. He's gonna learn his wrench, not mine.
Ciryl Gane has fired back at Tom Aspinall, accusing him of being blatantly disrespectful during their first face-to-face encounter. In a recent interview, Gane revealed that when the two met, Aspinall extended his arm and placed it on Gane's shoulder, an apparent attempt to size him up and test his reach. Gane saw the move as arrogant, unnecessary, and flat-out disrespectful. While he laughed it off at the time, his tone now makes it clear he wasn't impressed.
Get some body spice. Get some body spice.
Yeah.
Give me some advice, man. Give me some advice.
Anything?
Go to the wall. Let's go there. Go to the wall. Go to the wall. Stay here. Not too much.
I think she'll stay here.
Go to the wall.
I mean,
Of course.
yeah. So no, it's okay if you want.
What do you think it is? Do you think it's like a...
I'm not sure if it's the truth. If he did that for that, he say he did that for that.
I still don't know the answer
No,
myself.
I don't think so because he's not smart. If you want to have my wrench, if you want to learn something about my wrench, I must to put my hand, and you gotta have my wrench. But if you put your hand on my shoulder, you gonna have your wrench.
Yeah.
So I saw every people on the social media. Whoa. Ah, 10,000 IQ is so smart, but no, brother, you so stupid. So yeah, that's funny. That's very funny.
It's interesting. I'm gonna be looking for it, and you know what? I'm gonna look at you when he does it too.
Yeah.
If he tries to do it, I'm gonna look at you.
Ciryl Gane claimed that Tom Aspinall was trying to intimidate him and play mind games in an attempt to get inside his head before their upcoming fight, but insists it didn't work. According to Gane, the move wasn't clever. It came across as a sign of insecurity rather than confidence. He believes that when they finally meet in the Octagon, all that reach-checking and psychological posturing will be irrelevant. The MMA community quickly picked up on the tension between them. Some fans argue that Aspinall was simply trying to establish dominance early, much like John Jones famously did. Others side with Gane, saying he has every right to be annoyed, suggesting that Aspinall's calm British demeanor might be concealing something far more intense beneath the surface. As the fight draws near, the energy between Gane and Aspinall continues to escalate. This is no longer just a respectful matchup. It's becoming personal.
Feels good. Feels good to just have something to work towards after having a year of not having something to work towards. I've always been in the gym, but it's nice to have a goal, have an opponent. This fight in particular has been simmering for quite some time, so looking forward to getting in there and doing the job. I just want to be a champion who fights often, regular, and fights the best guys. I don't want to be these guys who fight, with big breaks in between, because that's what's happened. Nothing to do with me. I'm ready to put a stop to that. Be active, be an active champion, be a defending champion, and fight the best guys. He's the #1 contender, so I think that's what champions should do, is they should fight the #1 contenders. I'm the champion. He's the next best guy. Let's fight and find out who the best guy is. That's the way it's supposed to go. Cyryl's a really good opponent. He's really unique with his style. I've never fought anyone like him before. That being said, he's never fought anybody like me before, so let's get in there, see what happens. That's what dreams are made of, isn't it? That's what I got into this sport to do, is to be the UFC heavyweight champion. To walk out there, last on the card, everyone's waiting for me, walk in there, putting a big performance. When I was a little boy putting the gloves on for the first time, I was thinking about this kind of stuff, so I always have to keep reminding myself this the whole time. Is like, all the pressure, all the titles, all the fans and all that aside, I'm here to do what I love. I'm here to do what I dreamed of. And look forward to when I'm doing it.
There's the guys who I've trained with from my experience who in the gym are absolute world beaters, and they'll get in a fight and they'll just freeze up and it doesn't work like it does in the gym. They fight way worse. And there's other guys like myself Anytime there's pressure on me, that's when I've done my most devastating performances. Oh, talk's just talk to me, mate. It doesn't matter. Like, at the end of the day, we're both going to take our shirts off, get a pair of gloves on, and go in there and see who wins on October 25th. So it's not really going to change anything, to be honest.
On multiple occasions, and I'm not the first guy that he's dismissed. The reason that I got the Pavlovich fight was because Ciryl didn't want it. He then ducked Curtis Blades. I just don't like the way he does stuff professionally, because that's the opposite to what I do. I'm here to prove I'm the best, not duck out.
There's real heat between them now. Both fighters are determined to prove who's the smarter, more composed, and more dangerous presence inside the cage. Ciryl Gane has made it clear he isn't just aiming for a win. He wants to humiliate Tom Aspinall. For Gane, this fight is about sending a message that experience, patience, and composure will always triumph over raw aggression.
There's those that pressure wears them down, and there's those who shine under pressure, and I am 100% part of the latter. But that being said, it's not just me who's under pressure. It's his third title shot, mate, and he failed the first two. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of pressure on me, but there's also a lot of pressure on him. There's pressure on both of us. Every fight you go into, there's pressure. I can't speak for the rest of the fighters, but mate, I don't want to get kicked in front of millions of people. That's the biggest pressure in me. I don't want to get battered in front of millions of people. So
on being out and what have you felt it frustrating yourself?
Not too much, but yeah, for sure. The division was a little bit on the stop, and now the situation is better.
Seems to be far ahead of all of them. You know that him and Gane's fight is going to expose a few things, because Gane might be the only guy in that heavyweight that might match him speed-wise. Tom? Yes. Tom is just going to do exactly what Kamzat did to DDP to him. We all know that Gane doesn't have any. Funny enough, Tom never really wrestles. Does that? No, he does wrestling, but he doesn't wrestle like that. He wrestles to find a finish. Yeah. No, yes. It might not be like a dominant wrestling the way Kamzat was, but he's going to utilize his wrestling skill against Gane. You know, Tom is a smart fighter. I hope Gane does something, like he's able to do something, because like throw a knee out of space or what. Aspinall's wrestling is not very aggressive like these guys. So if he's able to stuff with one or two takedowns and then keep it on the feet, he might have a chance.
The Aspinall's camp is confident he's simply too fast, too powerful, and too well-rounded for Gane to handle.
Very lucky, because there's a lot of times that I didn't want to do the sport. Yeah. Especially I think a lot of people who are not involved with the sport and not fighting professionally don't realise how hard it is financially.
Oh, it is.
And especially when I had kids and stuff. Yeah. I wanting to quit so many times, because I'm I just need to get some money. Yeah. Pretty much. And then a lot of the times, my dad reminded me, look, we've done this for a long time. You can't stop now. You're right there. Just keep going at it. Yeah. And I'm very, very lucky that I've got my dad. Not just for that, for plenty reasons.
Of course.
But
that's what he just did to that guy. Right here. Right here. Throws that body shot. Lands the body shot. Now, is he open? Yes, you can't protect yourself at all times when you're trying to fight. If you're going to try to hit somebody, you have to open up something in order to generate the right power. I go like this and knee him, but I'm not going to generate enough power to have him, respect that. So he's able to land this beautiful knee, drops down, and pop, get his foot down and land a beautiful 1-2. And then he's able to, boom, right there, pop.
Tom Aspinall, you said you don't really care about the belts. You really want to prove you're the best. Is there any other fighter in the heavyweight division that you feel you need to beat to prove that you are the best, other than Ciryl Gane?
Yeah, there's lots of guys. Man. But I'm the kind of guy who doesn't look past my opponent. I'm very, very serious about this fight. I've been training for the last year without a break. I've had absolutely no breaks. I'm much better now than I was in my last fight. And I want to show that. But as far as other heavyweights and stuff, right now that doesn't really interest me. John Jones is retired, so I don't really have much to say on that, to be honest. So I'm fighting this guy, and this guy's really good, so I'll be as ready as...
If Tom Aspinall loses to Ciryl Gane, the heavyweight division is absolutely cooked. The heavyweight division in the UFC is already hanging on by thin ice at the moment. Legitimately, the only good fight that's interesting that I'm actually excited for in this division is Tom Aspinall versus Ciryl Gane. Everyone is already expecting Tom Aspinall to beat Ciryl Gane, but what if he doesn't? We all built up this image of Tom Aspinall as the only person that could defeat John Jones. Gun to your head right now, name 10 heavyweight heavyweight UFC fighters. If you're like me, you probably only got to 5. It's just not a marketable division right now, and the stakes for Tom Aspinall in this fight are just so extremely high because he has so much hype going for him right now. And if Ciryl Gane beats Tom Aspinall, I am not ready for the absolute Twitter rant that John Jones is going to have. I do not want John Jones to be validated like this. None of us do. You just know he's going to have the biggest I told you so moment if Tom does.
With both fighters now trading subtle jabs outside the cage, UFC 321 has quickly transformed into a battle driven by pride and ego just as much as skill. The heavyweights are no longer fighting solely for the belt. This has become deeply personal.